All right. So I've been working on a new project called AI-cli, which is basically a block-based code editor for Arduino type embedded coding. But this one uses the ESP32. So I've got an ESP32 set up here, plugged into my computer with and just basically an LED and a PIR motion sensor. And we're going to be using AI-cli to create some code for this. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and create a new sketch. PIR LED test. So I made this mainly because the current block-based code editors are I didn't see a good one for ESP32. That's basically the reason. And this ESP32 C3 chip is just so unbelievably cheap that here's a close-up of the basic board. That cost me $2, something like that. 30 Rand. So yeah, basically I looked at the current existing web-based block programming. They either using Python or the ones that do compile to C++ are pretty hard to use, to be honest. And I've got my own way of doing this, which I think might be, hang on a sec, might be better. Well, works for me. So we've got these connections, and then inputs and outputs. So input is going to be motion sensor. The motion sensor I have on pin 0. And if when the motion sensor detects motion, we're going to have the output, the LED. This one's on pin 4, we'll switch on. And when the motion, when nothing's happening, it'll switch off. There we go. So that's it. It's a very simple program. This is an entire program. And what happens here is in this system that I've made, it generates instructions for AI. So this is the generated instructions for the AI. And once I click on this Generate with AI button, I'm using Cecli as the AI agent in the background. You can have a look at Cecli. By the way, the block-cli, yeah, this is the block-cli docs. So this is what I'm basing it on, the open source block-cli. And then in the back end, we got Cecli, which is the, as far as I'm concerned, the best little known CLI agentic coding harness It's got everything. It's got MCP, it's got skills, sub agents, unbelievable configurations, you name it. And turns out you can integrate it into anything. Oh, look, it's finished. So this is the code that the AI has generated. It's also generated a binary using arduino-cli on the back end. So all I have to do now is flash this. I've already configured my USB and just giving it permissions over there. This is in Firefox. It works in Firefox. Also works in Chrome. So here is our code running on here, and if I just stay very still, it switches off, and if I move, the LED switches on. It's not perfect, but it does work. I think for kids, just having something that just works is most important for them to get the spark of being interested in coding. So that's what I've got so far. So this is the block.cli. I put all the original block.cli blocks in here, and I'm busy configuring my own. So we've got switches and motion sensor, temperature sensor, distance sensor, and light sensor, and so on. And outputs, I've configured these so far. And the configuration on the back end is just a text file, just explaining to the AI what it needs, what libraries it needs, and so on, to use to make this into this. And obviously it receives this information as well, which is done in the front end. So yeah, that's block.cli AI. I haven't seen a block-based code editor that actually uses AI in the back end with web serial to code your to flash your chip. So this is my first take. We have many options here as well for future use. Potentially we could support more. Currently I'm working on ESP32 because it is the cheapest, most capable in my opinion, and the best chip for the job. And yeah, the web serial from the ESP32 guys was already available. So yeah, there it is, block.cli AI.